what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie P all day. So I'm actually pretty pumped for this one because it finally came in, the dbad Mission 5. Now I have to say, from just playing around with this thing, I think this may just be my new favorite knife for like regular use. It's going to be my favorite trail knife, and I can pretty much almost guarantee it. Now, if I was to say it's my favorite knife, that would be lying, because the dbad Big Jim, this is my absolute all-time favorite knife. I cannot love this knife anymore. It is amazing. So while this, available at the Kukri House, is my very favorite knife, I will be using this one less than I will be using the dbad Mission 5. The dbad Mission 5 is just an all-round amazing knife to be able to take anywhere and do pretty much anything. So, as you know, it's part of my Rambo series, and you have the MK8 right here. And so this was, what would I have done different on the MK8? And that's where this knife comes into play. It's the final, like I said, of my Rambo series. So this is the last one. All the rest are already on KHHI. This one, depending on when you're watching this video, will be on very soon, or it's already on. So we're going to start with the Sheath. And I'm not going to do a Sheath comparison, because this isn't the pole Sheath. It's a remake, but it could be pretty close. But we'll just go over this one for now. So KHHI Western style sheaths are built really, really well. It's just a nice sheath. This I love. I love how they do the leg tie downs. He's got an extra tie down up here in case you want to strap it like to a body, so you can use these two lashing points. You do have a top strap and a lower strap for the guard. It is full grain leather. Always nice. So let's put that aside. Put it aside. And let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, baby. So now this is the first dbad knife to not only have the KHHI logo, which looks amazing on there, but check that out. dbad in the house. So obviously you can see oil residue on there. That's why it's spotty looking. But check that out, man. That is so cool. So I'm hoping that all the knives coming from the future, and maybe the old ones, will be made with those. I love those two on there. I think that looks great. Let's go over this knife, and we'll compare it to Pole's design. This is a replica, direct replica of Pole's design. It's a very good replica. Every measurement is the same. So my knife, first I'll go over the specs real quick. This is 8.5 inches long from this point of it, because it's a slanted grip. So it's 8.5 from here to here. So if you measured from here to here, it's closer to 9. It is 5160 steel, 7mm thick, 2 inches wide. It has a unsharpened swedge. This is just swedge. It's not sharp. You have Fuller's steel pins, 14 inches overall, exposed pommel with black micarta scales, and these are handmade from the Kukri House, and they are just awesome. So let's go over some things. On the original, you will notice this big fat guard. I hated the guard. It was useless. I thought it was way too big. Didn't need to be like that. So I went with an integral guard. It makes so much more sense. Right here you have a half choil because the blade is so narrow. With my blade being much wider, I was able to put on a full working choil, so you can choke all the way up on this blade, because even it's a Rambo knife. This is a hunting knife. This is what the design really is. This wasn't some kind of combat knife. It was a hunting knife. He just made it dark to make it kind of look combat-y, but it's really not. It's a complete hunting knife design. So while this one is probably 1.25 inches, I think, this is 2 inches wide. So you go from pretty much almost no choil to a full working choil. Like I said, the guard is completely different. It's even a different style. Just way better here. The grips. I think he uses G10, but you can see how his grips are done, and it's not terrible. But right here is really thick on this. It's got these two peaks, and the two peaks aren't so comfortable. So I really wanted to up the grip game because I'm a grip guy. And my grip, I have to say, it has none of those peaks. Everything meshes into the hand well. It is just amazing to grab onto. Now here you'll see this kind of just falls off to nowhere, so you have nothing to hold your grip on at the end. I curled mine up, and rather than having the lanyard hole back here, I put a lanyard hole up here where you have an actual place to put your pinky so your hand will never slide off of this grip. Both do have a punch in the back. I just reshaped this one a little bit. You can definitely see the contouring differences from mine to his, and he's got this ramp that was just completely unnecessary. I took that away. Now also, this one is polished. You got to remember, this is a hunting knife. It's really what it is. It's a hunting knife. So when you're getting blood and guts and things like that on your hunting knife, you want it to be able to wipe away. Something like this, when it's like black and all that, it has texturing, it's a little tougher. It's a little tougher to reduce stain. So this is going to be way nicer in those regards. It's going to be a lot easier to clean it off after use, and a lot easier to dry it. When you have stuff like this, it's harder to dry, and if you have a really good high carbon steel like 5160, it's going to absorb that water and then you can rust. So to have it polished like this is going to keep it alive longer, and it's going to be way easier to dry. I have to say, the balance is just perfect on this knife. It's perfect. It's just so crazy cool. It is a very, very good looking knife. This is a very good looking knife. Everything about it just works out. So rather than sit here and talk about it, we're going to go outside and use it. It is raining kind of hard out here. We're going to do our tests slightly different. Look at this. Golly. Look at this. In the rain, wet hands. Look at the balance on this knife. So now this is a straight up camp hunting knife, right? Does that mean you can't use it for a fighting knife? No, absolutely. It's not what it means. This thing would be a devastating fighting knife, but that's not what I designed it for. When I did the redesign, I wanted it to be a straight up, use it for regular use, for real tasks. So let's do a couple hard downward throws. Bam. Oh my gosh. All right, so the bite, wow, the bite's actually excellent. It was hard to get out of there. There we go. The bite is excellent. It's really good. Let's do a little something different here. Let's take the 1/2-inch nylon rope. Wow, it is wet and slippery. Just, you hear that nice smooth tear. I don't know if I have enough to hold on to because everything's slippery, but we will try. I'm losing the rope. All right, so what we will do is just push and cut, and no problem. Let's see if that spine can take some bark. Oh my gosh, yeah. Got caught in a knot, but it's okay because look at what we're doing. So are you going to be able to get enough fluff for a fire? Look at those fibers. Using the spine to do that, no problem. Using the blade then to make feathers to go with your fibers, I'll tell you what, when it comes to lighting a fire, you have to have the right kind of stuff. And if you can get your fibers lit, and obviously you do a lot more than that, man alive. So this thing, ooh, look at that. It's just carving it up. It's just making some real thin ones. It's literally making dust. Look at that. I'm creating dust. So, I mean, I'm able to get a really nice cut, and just pulling it through, not trying to go too deep, but oh, there it goes. There's the curl I wanted. Get a nice tight little tiny curl. Not so bad, man. But I think the main thing is going to be, stick came up, hit me in the face, is the hitting. I think, woo,
I think this thing's going to be a hitter, especially when you hit it on the right spot and not the curve like I just did. Let's see here. Man. Uh-oh, too much. Too much. Man. So, I don't know. What I can say about this is the comfort and the grip is noticeable immediately when you start. How much that's curling like that. When you start going at it, it is an immediate thing that you notice is how good this feels in the hand. Pressed up against this guard where it's really nice and comfortable. It's not jabbing into you in any way. Man, that is really nice. That is really, really nice. So it's going to have all your sharpening capabilities. It's going to have all your chopping capabilities, all your cutting capabilities. You might be able to get a couple of those in there. Ugh, speaking of chopping, let's take apart the extension cord. Boom. Smooth, clean, nice. Just awesome. Where is my baton? Behind me. I think we're going to have to baton some bigger stuff, though. This will just be like a teaser. A teaser. Ugh. Let's go right into the knot in the bottom. There's like 4 knots in there. Oh, it's turning the corner with the knots. Look at that. That was straight through. Look at all them knots, man. Straight through. This rain stinks. And just beasting. Just beasting. This thing is kind of awesome, man. The Kukri house, every time I send them something to do, they just find new ways to impress me. Look at, oh my gosh, I'm straight through knots. I mean, those are straight up knots everywhere. The edge is perfect. The edge is perfect. Here's the thing, man. We do these tests online without breaks, without cutting, without editing. I'm not stopping to fix anything. It's just awesome. It's just really, really freaking awesome. Let's go. We got to find a piece of soccer ball. Gosh, the balance, when you do this with a knife and it's just full flow all the way around, it's just so nice. The balance is incredible. I mean, obviously I measured it, but it's still, they still have to make it happen, and they absolutely do every single time. Boogies, boogies, boogies. I got boogies. All right, so let's find us I got a log. All right, here's a log right here. Probably should have brought a baton with me. That obviously you can't deny that this one is knotted. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through because I have a very weak baton here. And those knots are way wider than the blade. All right, let's get down to them. Let's get down to them since I can get that far. At least I need a better baton than this. It's cracking straight through. That is so nice. The baton sucks. Oh, look at that. I didn't think that was going to happen. It split completely. Completely. Let's see. That's crazy. Ugh. That's crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. Not through all those knots. Yeah, buddy. This thing's cool, man. I really, really love this knife. This is really, really cool. I mean, the comfort alone, the bite, everything about it. You know what we got to do? Well, first let's find that soccer ball. We got to go over there. We got to go over there and try to throw this thing. We got to try and figure out how to throw it around the pinky hook. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do, boys and girls. Well, I know. Oh, am I even on? Am I even on? Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna cut leather. Can you use this hunting? Yeah, it's cutting leather. It's going straight through. This knife, man. This knife is sweet. Let's go try and throw it. Woo. The Kukri House, KHHI Nepal. Woo. 5160 like nobody's business right here. All right. I have no idea where I'm gonna have to stand to throw this thing. Let's do a blade throw. Oh, I threw it hard too. I think I just caught the blade, so I need to back up a little bit. I just caught the tip, barely. Oh, it's there. Second time I hit that knot right there. All right, so I'm in the right depth. I'll back up like a half step more. Oh my gosh. I keep hitting it, but I'm just a little off. It doesn't help that the wood is rotted. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I just needed it to stick. Man, oh God, that's in there. So you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up coming out here and practicing with this guy. Let me put you guys down. Get a little concentrated throw here. Oh, all right, well that's stuck in. That's stuck in fully. And then this happened. All the wood rotted. So that's gonna be nice to throw once I get it down. But I have to say, I gotta throw it into a better piece of wood. Oh, that's the stuff right there. That hits solid. Now I know when you buy one of these, your first thought isn't, oh, that hit again. Your first thought isn't, let's get out there and throw it into a tree 50 times. But I want to show you, by throwing, hits in, misses, how strong this thing is. Hitting it everywhere. This thing is just awesome. Oh gosh. All right, so that was on me. Finally, we got some sun coming out. The blade's just wet. There we go. That's better. Ugh. All right, enough of that. Let's go play some more. Golly, this thing is crazy cool. Those are like almost 5-yard throws from the blade. A lot of times I'll go 5 yards from the grip, but I was able to find a way to get it streamlined. It's just nice, man. Let's go hit something else. We got all kinds of crap growing after these rains, so there's just a lot for me to strike against. Let's come over here. The 1-inch forest trees are growing. Slice. Oh man. Let's see. Am I in the frame? Man. Woo! Got a leaf. I caught a leaf. See, everything is just soaking wet out here. Now let's go through all the poison ivy. Let's just walk into the poison ivy patch. Ugh. Just crazy. Ugh. Golly, this thing hits. Oh, you know, I got a nice piece of hard sycamore that fell. Let's go hit it. I just want to keep hitting things because the thing is so nice. It's so nice. I mean, you just absolutely crush stuff with this knife. So let's go crush this piece right here. I gotta break it down anyway. That's a nice big piece. All right, let's see here. Wow, that's a full grip. I'm not going to the edge. That's a full grip, getting good hits. That's a nice piece of hard wood right there. And it's just taking it. Look at that. Oh, I was through a knot. can see the difference in the color, the dark. That's a knot. I went, look at that, see that right there? Dead center through a knot. Wow. This piece of wood is no joke. Doesn't help that it's dangling and wobbling every time I hit it. Whew, the dbad mission 5, guys. Oh, the dbad mission 5. All right, now that we have some sunlight, let's get a last look. Let's get a last look. Gosh, I do love seeing that. I was looking at these scales. Look at the texturing. Look at that texturing. These are handmade micarta scales in-house. In-house. Whew. Whoa, that's a man knife right there. All right, so that's it for this one. This is the KHHI dbad mission 5. I love it. All right, boys and girls, that's it for this one. I am Donnie all day. Until next knife.